What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dave Cave. I'm Dave. We're there. We made it. Halloween 2018 is upon us. Laurie Strode, she tells us we should believe in the boogeyman. Should we? Should we? Let's get into it. Today, we're talking Halloween. The movie starts off with the same usual beats. You get to know people. It's a lot of building, gives you an idea of what's been going on. You have these investigative journalists that we've all seen in the trailers doing a podcast, and actually they quickly interrupt that. Oh, we're investigative journalists. Because, podcast sounds cheaper for some reason. These journalists are a tool to explain what's been going on for the last 40 years for both Michael and Laurie. And that sets off the whole story of where we go from here, that it's been 40 years to the day. And I'm not going to get into really any of the story. And the reason for that is, and I know that I have in a couple of my other reviews, for me, I'm pretty sore about this. A lot of the movie was spoiled when I saw the track list for the soundtrack. So if you haven't seen this, and you're watching this, and you don't want to know anything, don't go get the soundtrack and look at the track list. It is 100% accurate. Someone tried to tell me that it might not be. It was. Ruined it for me. It was very much a bummer. I was praying that I was going to be wrong. Which makes me very interested to see what the other ending that they had to reshoot from was. I hope we get that in the cut. But let's get into the characters. Judy Greer, I liked her for what she was. She was a good catalyst for the story. It's very clear who the throwaway characters are going to be, the cannon fodder, so to speak. But you got to have characters like that in a movie like this. There has to be people that can be killed that you don't care about. And leading into that, the kills are brutal. There's not much here, though, that we haven't seen from a iteration of Michael. But as a continuation of 1978, this Michael is way more brutal than 1978. Sometimes he's boom, 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 done. Sometimes it's a little bit more drawn out. This Michael is unpredictable. And that makes it a lot more terrifying. That said, I was hoping to leave the movie being much more terrified of that mask up there. Hoping to be a little bit more afraid of him again, because you heard all the stuff of, you finally are afraid of Michael again. To a degree, that's true. I mean, he's much more terrifying than we've seen him in recent years. Probably since 1 and 2. Probably. But yeah, you don't know what this Michael's going to do. And I mean that sincerely. That's the only kind of spoilery kind of thing I think I'm going to go into. Is you don't know what this Michael Myers is going to do. And it was interesting. There's one kill in particular where he performs the kill and he does the head tilt. But the way he does the head tilt, it instantly felt like, oh, that's Michael's shtick. He stopped mentally aging when he was 6. Because he looks, and it's much more, it's not like a creepy, it's like a, like he is curious, like, oh, that's what happens when you do that. That's how that person would die. It's a fucking gnarly kill, though, too. Yeah. Body count is way bigger than the first one. But it needs to be that he goes on a war path, and that's what he does. He is a war path. He murders anybody in his way. And basically what happened in 1978 was not really all that many people got in his way. And that he has evolved into a much more brutal, like, like that he's had 40 years of pent up murderous frustration and he lets it out. Unlike movies like Halloween 6, you don't root for him. And that leads me into the next character to talk about, Laurie Strode. You root for Laurie Strode. You feel for Laurie Strode. Jamie Lee Curtis fucking kills this character. She's so good in it. And it's definitely the highlight of the movie. Not to say that James Jude Courtney and Nick Castle don't do a very good job bringing Michael back. Because Michael, he's just Michael. It's just, you don't even think about that he wasn't, that it's been 40 years and that we've had 8 or the 9 or the movies. It's just Michael. Oh, it's Michael from 1978. Boom, 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 boom. He does it very well. But Jamie Lee Curtis kills it. Knocks it out of the park. She's perfect. All the nods that I'm sure you've all heard of that we were going to be getting in this movie in regards to the other parts of the series were fun little but they didn't pull away from the movie at all. It doesn't detract from it, and it's not necessary to understand the story. It's just a fun little keep you going. There are laughs in this movie. Not always when they should be, but other than that, it is a good time. I enjoyed it. I have to see it again. With movies like this, I want to see them more than once. Because you don't catch everything the first time. And 2, you want to make sure you saw everything you think you saw. And maybe catch extra things that, oh shit, that makes that way better when you find out, or figure out that, oh, this was this, or this was that, or this person did this originally, and that. I like that. So, I'll be seeing it again. I can guarantee it's going, there's my Halloween movies, up there when it comes out. It definitely stands as a good, solid sequel. It will be definitely a choice when you watch the first Halloween and then you choose your own adventure. Where are we going to go right up to 2018, or are we going to go to 81 and then, skip up to H2O, or we're going to do 4, 5, and 6 and then stop. But it stands in there. It's probably top 3. Maybe second to the first. I need more time thinking about it. But I liked it a lot. It was a lot of fun watching Michael do what he does, watching Jamie Lee Curtis come back. Now, I wasn't going to talk about this, but the score in this movie is awesome. The only reason I'm talking about it in this one, and I don't generally talk about the score, is because it's what makes Halloween so good. That's what made the original work, was they added the soundtrack and it killed. Just as much as Laurie Strode is just crushed by Jamie Lee Curtis, that is done so well, John Carpenter does just as well with the score. It's perfect. It's one of the best parts of the movie. Score, Laurie Strode. Those are the 2 highlights. And Michael. Those 3. The trifecta of those, that's all you needed in a Halloween movie. So you need a strong Michael Myers, you need a strong anti-Michael Myers, and you need a strong score. And you have that in this movie. And that is enough to carry it. That's not all you get, but that's enough to carry this movie. So in conclusion, go see it. Have a lot of fun, because it is a lot of fun. This is the best Michael we've seen in a very long time. I'd say it's the best horror movie I've seen in quite some time. If you enjoyed my review, please hit that like button. Hit the subscribe, because like I always say, we got more coming. Thank you for stopping by the Dave Cave. Take care.